Woos. I'm hot. Okay. Tonight we're going to be doing this adorable guy. Oh my gosh, isn't he so cute? I can't stand it. He's so cute. Alright, I'm just making sure I can see. Aha, now I can see. Well, why is it not popping up? There it goes. Okay, now it's on. Alright, so how are y'all tonight? We're doing this adorable little guy. This guy's really big, right? So I thought this was a really good opportunity to show you, since you're going to be doing something that's kind of large, that you don't have to use all of the same ribbon tails. So I'm going to put him here. So I have most of my ribbon and mesh cut up. Well, I have all of my ribbon. So I just pull it out and cut it at 30 inches. So all of our mesh is at 30 inches. Hello, hello. How are y'all? We just finished one of the master classes. It was fun. We did a swag tonight. All right. So let me get zoomed in here. It's a little bit, oops. Y'all, it just goes crazy if I move my fingers. Okay, so I'm going to open all the ties up on the bottom. And it is 30 inches. I cut all of this mesh at 30 inches. Let me show you the mesh. And I'll show you why I made the decisions I made. Alright. So, I have two mesh. Okay, one is the jute, and it has the snowdrift in it. And the other one is red jute with the little burlap color in it. So look at him. So those are the same colors that are in this guy, right? So one of the ribbons actually goes along very well with him. So it's a plaid, but it has the black, the red, the tan, the white. So that one is one. Okay, and then this is one, the little red and white. This one has a snow edge. And then we have this one, has little snowflakes on it. So, now why does that just keep going on? Skip. There we go. Alright. Okay. So we're going to put him over here. And we're going to do ruffles, and we're going to alternate our colors. Okay, so I just lay it flat, and I just use my thumbs in the back to create a dam, and I use my fingers. So I'm kind of pushing with my thumb and pulling back with my fingers, okay? So that's how I create a ruffle. And that helps because I'm keeping my hands spread out. It keeps it from going back and forth a lot. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so then I'll tie it on like that, and then we'll do this one. It does. Does it remind you of a gingerbread house? Hello, Sophia and Charlie. Okay. There we go. Place it down. Alright, then we're going to put ribbons in. I like to work in groups of twos. I find that I work a lot better, I'm more efficient if I do two and then I put the ribbons in. Alright, so we put these two ribbons together. So I just fold them in half. They're all cut at 12 inches. So I fold them in half, pinch in the middle, and then pull over. I do have a couple reindeer signs, yes. Alright, so we're going to twist it. Then we're going to go ahead and take this little tie off because we aren't going to need it. I don't think I have any in here with me. I have this one. I have these two. These two are in my shop. I know I have some others too, but I don't think I have them in here with me. All right, so I'm going to spread out my ribbons. Okay. So same thing, fold it over. You're just kind of pleating it in the middle. And then spread it like this. So get your fingers under there and get that little birdie going. Deco mesh is cut at 30 inches. Okay. So I just tuck it under and then I spread this out. And you can kind of crimp your ribbon a little bit to get it to stay in place. Totally fine to do that. Oh, I want to show you this. Look what we're going to put some of in the bow. Look at this, y'all. I love this stuff. We're going to add that to the bow. Yes, we are. All right. So we had day 4 of the master class today. Oh, awesome. We've been having so much fun, y'all. I've been having so much fun. I think they're having fun. I'm having fun. Bella's having fun. Aren't you, Bella? Yeah, she says yeah. There we go. I know, right? Isn't that ribbon so pretty? Oh, well, we're so glad you're here for your first live. I love jute mesh. So I get that question a lot. What's my favorite mesh? It's jute mesh. It just holds up well. It's easy to ruffle. It stands up nice. It's really a very quality mesh. And you can tell by the prices of things if they're quality or not. If it says basic on it, yeah, don't go there. You want to at least have a metallic strip in it. You don't want it to be just basic. I'm glad. I'm so glad y'all are having fun. I'm definitely having fun. And I tell you what's funny is I just keep coming up with new ideas. So it really has sparked my juices a-going. So now I'm excited. I got a bunch of ideas for my design group we're going to be doing because I keep thinking, ooh, I should show them this and I should show them that and I should show them this. But we only have 5 days, so there we go. I did decide to add 1 day on, so it is actually going to be a 6th day. So if you haven't joined up yet, there's still 2 days left. We're going to be decorating the tree mannequin that we named Holly. I don't know what I knocked over. So we're going to be decorating her on the last day. Y'all, tomorrow is Carson's 14th birthday. Yes, I am. So this is my new studio. It has an office and a warehouse. So I ended up moving all the stuff out of my house. I'm not in my house. I'm actually 1 mile down the road from my house. Isn't that funny? What are the odds of that? But it's wonderful because it's no longer taking over my house. It's just a warehouse with an office, but it's enough space for what I need. So it helps to keep everything much more organized. Yes, I know the glitter's off the table, but it is definitely still on me. Yeah, I did wipe the table down, but it's a little hard to get the glitter off me. That won't happen until I go take a shower. That's so funny. So, one of the things that I do is I make sure that I take my two mesh and I pull them out so that they will ruffle against each other like that. So that's what helps hold them up. I know he's gonna be 14. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. It's just crazy. Now I'm gonna have a 14-year-old and a 15-year-old. Holy cow. Time is flying. I mean, I can't believe it's already almost Thanksgiving. I mean, where is the time gone? It's just like zoop, right past. I don't get it. Oh, that's a good idea. Roller for dog hair. That's a great idea. I'll have to try that. Okay. Okay, there we go. Move this around so I don't knock something off the table. I do have a little bit more room to spread out in here just because there's not as much stuff. And Bella has a couch in here and not just a chair. So she likes it. I got a tan and white mesh. I think I got it from Trendy Tree. I believe it came from Trendy Tree. Or it came from... Yeah, I think that's where it came from, Trendy Tree. It's not, I can't remember if it's called Snowdrift or Snow Edge mesh. I think it might be Snowdrift. So, here we go. You'll see how I spread them out and get them to do the little ruffle. Craft Outlet. So Linda says Craft Outlet has it. My mom's doing well. She's doing better. She's feeling better. Yeah, my dog always has glitter. My kids get glitter. Especially my dad, since he's over here a lot. That's so funny. That's what happens. I say that glitter runs in my veins, so I don't think I'm going to get rid of it. I think it is, like, definitely running in my veins. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Yep, we did a nutcracker swag tonight. It was fun. Sure was. Oh, so there you go. Joanne's has it too. Yeah, we did a reindeer last night, and then we did nutcracker tonight. Tomorrow night we're doing a grapevine with these really cute skates I found from Hobby Lobby. Yep, we'll be doing a bow tonight. We sure will. We're going to add something extra in. Look what I'm going to add in the bow. Look at that gorgeousness. I love it. Okay. I think we do a bow pretty much every night. Oh, thank you. Yeah, ruffle method is my favorite too. actually used to hate it because I didn't like stacking the 3 tins together. And then I realized I didn't have to do that, and I started just doing 30 inches. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. So, yep. Okay, oh, here it is. If you have another daughter, you're going to name her Glitter. That's awesome. I like that. That is so funny. That's too funny. Okay, so see, I just keep doing the same thing. Pushing my thumbs, have the little dam in the back, and then I'm kind of pushing and pulling with my fingers. There we go. And I just pull it out. So on the last one, you have to do both sides, okay? I'm getting the snow stuff now. I'll go home snowy. I know, right, Susan? Me too. I love the tan mesh. I have to look where the trash can is because I'm notoriously bad about dropping it off. I got this mesh at Trendy Tree. I love this plaid too. This plaid I got at Hobby Lobby. This little plaid. It really works very well. Oh, thank you. That is the sweetest thing ever. Okay. There we go. There. Looks like I just couldn't get a grip on it. Alright, so we got the bottom done. See how cute that is? This is going to create a really nice base for our really cute reindeer. Okay, so we're going to go up top. So this work wreath that I'm using is a pencil work wreath. So you can tell because it has the thin ties. Okay, the thicker one is the tinsel ties. You see how that one's kind of loose right there? If you have them that get loose like this, you can tie the tie back around like that and it'll tighten it right back up. If that doesn't work, you can put a zip tie on it. Because it does happen sometimes where they get loose. It's mostly because they ship them all together. Alright, so now we're going to start on the top. The red snowflaked ribbon, I actually carried in my shop for a little while, so it came from Craig Bachman. And I had saved out one roll for myself because I knew I'd use it at some point. Yes, we are definitely decorating a lantern in the design group. We're actually going to be decorating 3 trees and another one of the ladies that has, she's silver and she has angel wings. Woo, that's a fire truck. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be doing some really cute stuff. I'm excited. We're also going to be going through how to decorate your booth for a craft fair so that you can get people in your booth. Yes, we are, because we may be all stuck at home right now, but you know what? Pretty soon, that stuff's going to come back. And you want to make sure you have the right setup. If you don't have the right setup, you're not going to get people in your place. Yeah, you have a whole bunch. You know what I do is I write them down and then I just kind of tick them off as I go. Because when you're creative, you can come up with tons of ideas and you'll forget them. So keep a little notebook and write them down. That's what I do. Alright, so on the top, I like to put my long ribbon going this direction because there's the most room for it. Because there's an opening in the mesh where you tied it in. Yep. Yeah, there are still some craft fairs that are going on, but there's not very many. But when they open back up, you want to know what to do so you have the best chance. Okay. Over there. Oh. Yeah, I'm teaching the setup in my paid group. I am. I will be doing some stuff on YouTube though, and Facebook. You know, some tips and things. I know it seems to be getting a little bit worse right now. So when do you know when to use the thicker ties and when to use the thinner ties? I mean, if I'm going to do something with a lot of greenery I'm going to add into my base, I do tend to like the thicker ties a little bit. But otherwise, I like the thinner ties. And I like the thinner ties just because there's a lot more room and you'll have to keep opening things up. It's also less expensive than the ones with the bigger ones. Oh no, Rebecca, I'm so sorry. We've had quite a few people that have tested positive, but thankfully they were no symptoms. So I just hope they get that vaccine out here because I want my parents to take it. I'm not worried about me. I'll be fine. Even if I'm miserable for a little while, I'll still be fine. Okay, you want to make sure that you're not squashing the one on the bottom. But my parents, that's who I worry about. Yeah, so here's what I have to say about setting up for a craft fair. What you have to do is you have to make your booth look as appealing as possible. Don't just set something up with a bunch of wreaths and just leave it like that. You want to set it up almost like a store atmosphere, right? So decorate it up. Don't be afraid to really decorate it up, and you want to put your showstopper right at the front. So put the piece that you are most proud of right at the front, because that's what's going to draw people in. So, you know, even if you don't sell signs, have a few signs sitting out. Have things setting at different levels, because those are the kinds of things that are going to appeal to people coming by. What you want to do is you want to set yourself apart from the other vendors. Negative 130. Good grief. Oh, I know it's no joke. I know COVID is no joke. That's why I don't want my parents to get it. They are definitely in a high-risk category, because they're 86 and 87. Well, actually, my mom's 87 now, so they're both 87. So that's not something I want them to have a problem with. Alicia. Yeah, so one thing that I also do is I rotate things around in my booth. So you want to see what is really doing well. Like, what are people looking at kind of the most? Like either the theme or the type of wreath. And then once you figure that out, start putting more of that up towards the front. Another great thing is to be doing something while you're sitting at your booth. So the best thing to do is make bows. If you can make bows, even if you have your bow maker, doesn't matter. Sit there and make bows. It will bring people into your booth. They like to watch you doing stuff. They're just automatically going to want to stop and see what you're doing. Or if you're not great at making them, take some bows that just need to be fluffed out and just stand there and fluff your bows out. Those are the kinds of things that are going to bring people into your booth. Yeah, I adore my parents. Yeah. I always knew I would be the person to take care of my parents, because as much as I love my siblings, I just don't trust them to do as good a job as I think they should. So I have them because I know I will take care of them. So they have busy lives just like we all do, but they're my parents and they're more important than stuff. How many should you make of each? You mean like, so here's kind of my rule of thumb. Depending on how large the show is, I will tend to take 40 to 50 wreaths to a show. So if I have a show that's 4 days, I try to have around 150 to 200 wreaths made. It depends on how big your show is, how many days it is, but you don't want to not have a good amount. But you know what? If you're going and you don't have a ton of money to make stuff, make small things. It doesn't all have to be, thank you, Betty. It doesn't all have to be this huge big wreath, right? Make signs, make bows, make things that, you know, aren't as expensive to make to take. Make little tiny arrangements they can put on their table, or make little swags. Make things they can put over their doors. There's a ton of things you can make. Doesn't all have to be wreaths. Make ornaments. There's tons of ornaments you can make. They get those little plastic ornaments from the Dollar Tree. What did I do with that other piece of ribbon? I must have dropped it. Alright. I must have dropped it. Okay. So that's my suggestion. You want to have various price points. You don't want everything to be one price. You want multiple prices. You'll do better if you have it that way. I fold in half, and then I just kind of pinch it up in the middle like that, and then I pull it under like this. Okay, so I call this the birdie. So what that does is it allows the ribbon to curl around the mesh like I want it to. Okay, so these mesh right here are pretty thick, so you can see how thick this is. I'm not going to put anything in this one Okay, because we're either going to put our bow there, or we're going to put our part of our reindeer there. So that just kind of saves you a little bit of money, just to not have to put something right there, because you're just going to be squashing your ribbon anyways. Yeah, this ribbon came from Hobby Lobby, and you know, all of their stuff is half off right now, so I'd go get it. It's really pretty. Okay, so see, I wanted some coordinating things, right? So we have some ribbon that has a little snow on it. We have that on his little hat here. We have a ribbon that has all the colors that he has. So that's how I'm coordinating all this together. This is a big piece, so I want my wreath to be large as well so that it will work with him. Okay. We're going to make a bow. We may or may not use the bow in the wreath, but we're making a bow. I always make a bow. So when you're, here's a good point. If you're going to a craft fair, make sure that you have separate bows that match your wreath, because, or even pieces that match together, right? So like a wreath, an over the door swag. Look at all the glitter on here. That's from earlier. Can you see all the glitter on my table now? Oh my gosh. That's because that piece is rose gold and gold, and it was just glitter, glitter, glitter. All right. So you can have bows and other things that match, and then they might buy more than one thing. All right. No, everything looks good here. Are you having any bad weather there? All right, so I'm going to make the tails a little bit longer. Let's do like 18 inches. I'm going to put this on the bottom because it's nice and thick. It's going to help fluff up that bow. Okay. So we'll do 6-inch loop. I'm going to do 2 of these at the bottom. Just like that. See how nice and fluffy those are? So those will really help pull it off of the wreath. Okay. Okay. Let's do this one next. Alright, this one I will dovetail. So same length. How many ties per section on it? So there's 10 ties on the bottom and there are 8 ties on top. It's because it's an elevated frame, so all that means is that the top is above, so elevated from the bottom. The other kind are flat, so the whole thing is pretty much flat. Alright, so we're going to do 2 loops of this. Okay. This is nice ribbon too. It's pretty thick. Okay, so dovetail. There we go. Alright. I want to bring this one in. I really like this. We have to have just a little bit of sparkle. Okay. So we're going to do 1 with this one. So we're still staying with the same colors, but we're bringing in a little bit different. So it adds another layer. Okay. All right. Let's do maybe a little bit smaller with this one. They're 6 inches, so these loops are 6 inches. Now we're going to do a 5-inch loop. Yeah, it does. It has a spool holder on each side. Okay. So I'm bringing in a whole nother texture now. So see, both of these have the little snow edge. Sometimes I will make bows just to go on my stairway or on my mailbox that coordinate with what's on my door. It's also a great thing to suggest to your customers. I could make you a bow that matches it that you could put on your mailbox. Because I'm going to tell you what, everybody in my neighborhood likes bows on the mailbox. And there are several of my bows on the mailboxes in the neighborhood. So, it's a great thing. And this ribbon is already made to go outside, y'all, so it'll do just fine outside. Yeah, I love the Pro Bow. Okay, so then we'll finish off with this one. You could also finish off, let me see, do we have any? We do. Let's finish off with this. Okay. So we can bring that burlap in just a little bit again. Okay. So this bow, right, we did 2 6-inch, okay, 2 6-inch loops, 2 6-inch loops, 1 6-inch loop, 2 5-inch loops, and we're going to do 1 5-inch loop. Okay. This is what I call a drama bow. The reason I call it that is because all the tails. We like drama in our bows and nothing else. Right? Okay. Hello. Alright. Look how thick that is. That's okay because we have nice zip ties. Okay. I like using zip ties because they just hold things better. Let's see. We'll get pipe cleaner out. Alright, so I just go under one side, go up to the center. All I want to do is pull it enough to pull it out of the bow maker and not have it come loose. Okay. Alright, now, very important. Hold it on one side. You don't have to hold it tightly, just hold it. Sure. 6-inch, 2 at 6-inch, 2 more at 6-inch, then 1 at 6-inch, 2 at 5-inch, and 1 at 5-inch. Okay, so what you're having, this is a 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. In other words, 2 loops at this size, 2 loops at this size, 1 loop at this size, 2 loops at this size, 1 loop at this size. So when you hear people say 2, 1, 2, 1, or 3, 2, 1, that's what it means. It just means that many loops at that size. He sold out. Okay. So now I'm going to fluff this up a little bit before I completely tighten it down. I just want to make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. Nothing's too large. That one looks a little bit large. There we go. Okay. One of the biggest things I like to do is make sure I have all of my tails in the front. Just easier than having to do it later. When you're working on bows, you always want to work from the bottom to the top. Okay. So I've got it real tight. Alright, and then I'll hold all three of these pieces together while I fluff it. I'm going to break the bow, which means I'm just going to keep it from getting so stuck down in here. Yep, this is my favorite bow maker. It is. Alright, like that. Okay. I will tell you that I can use any of the bow makers though. The reason I like it is because the pegs stay in better. That's the reason I like it. Alright, there we go. So we got a nice bow with all our tails. So you can run your hands under the tails and get them to curl, which gives it a really nice look. Just gives it a nice finished, appealing look. And then you can take these pieces and just curl them straight up like that and pull it down. If you want to curl these, don't dovetail them. You can either cut them at an angle or leave them straight across, because they don't do great if you dovetail them. If you still want to do it, fold that dovetail under and then do it. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we can cut the zip tie off. Alright. Alright. So we could do him right here, and we could do our bow right here, or we could do him in the center and the bow on the mailbox. What happens when you make the bow? Tell me what happens when you make the bow, Marie, that you're having trouble. Is it when you go to fluff it? So what do we like? The reindeer came from Jenna's Crafts and More on Etsy. Let's do, how about we do side by side? Alright, so here's the trick with bows. If you want the bows to be down in the wreath, then you're going to tie it right across where your tie went. If you want it to fluff up, you're going to need to tie it across where the ruffles are. You struggle with bows. So, well, tell me what you're struggling with specifically. Can you kind of tell me what you struggle with? Like, what part of it do you struggle with? Is it getting the loops the same size? Yeah, I like both too. I like it in the middle and I like it on the side. I think the bow is too long to put at the bottom, but y'all remember what I've been telling y'all in the master class. What can you do? You can move things around, get different pictures. Okay. So there's no right and wrong way to do things, okay? There's no rule that says you have to do it this way or you have to do it that way. You have to learn your style. Doesn't look as full as mine. Okay, so what you're having problem with then is fluffing. So make sure when you're fluffing it that you're twisting it back and forth and you're sticking your hand in there and really fluffing your fingers out, okay? Like this. And really, you just gotta pull that ribbon sometimes. You gotta tell that ribbon exactly who's boss. Because you're the boss. Not the bow. Not the ribbon. You're the boss. Loop size. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show you a trick with loop size. He is a lot of different pieces, but it has like a vinyl, so it would be fine outside. It has some kind of coating on it. If I tilted him like this, we could. That's cute too. Okay, so I'm just tying him down to the frame. Oh, towards the right. Well, that is towards the right. I didn't think about that. Yes, the videos are all available. You can watch them at any time. They'll be available for at least 2 or 3 weeks. So what do we think? Do we like him like that? Do we like him like this? Or like this? What do we like? You like the tilted? Yeah. Oh, awesome. You sold Reese and you were delivering them. That's great. Maybe just a slight tilt. Like maybe like this. How's that? That's cute. Just a little bit. Okay. And now I'll show you something on the bow. Hold on. Okay, so I go, when I'm tying signs and stuff on, I go one inside, one in between the rows. And then when I tie it on, it just makes it so much easier to get to. So much easier. Yeah, tilted towards the bow. Yeah. Alright, so you can see where I tied it. See right there? And right up here. So I just go one on each side of the frame. So whenever you're tying things down to your wreath, you want to try to get it on the frame as much as you can. Okay? Alright, let's look at, well, first let me show you. It's all on there good. So there's our wreath. And there's the bow. Look at that drama. Drama. I love it. Alright, let's do a quick little tip on the bow. Okay. I really like this bow too. You know, I need to make a bow for my neighbor, so let's make my neighbor a bow. Want to? He comes down and he clips my bushes for me. And so I give him wreaths and bows and stuff. And of course I pay him too. But alright. This is 4-inch ribbon. So, similar to this, how this kind of made our bow fluff up, this does the same thing. I think we'll use this actually. Okay. Alright. So when I'm going to make something for a mailbox, I'm going to do the tail a little bit longer, like maybe between 16 and 18 inches. Now here's the trick. What you want to do is when you put it on your bow maker, stick your finger right where the measurement is and keep your finger there while you're putting it in. Then you can make sure you have exactly the right measurement. Okay? So right here, finger, put it down, and then you can twist it in the center. See? Alright? You can move these loops away so you can still see where your board is. Okay, so put your finger there. This is a great thing to do when you're first starting out because you don't really have a sense of the bow yet, and you don't really have a sense of what size it is, so stick your finger there. That's what the measurements on these boards are for. Okay? So let them do the work for you. If you have like a bow dabber and you don't have measurements, use your mat. Okay? Alright, so now let's put, look how cute this is. Yeah, I zoom in. Okay. So put our tail in. Alright, and I twist immediately. Alright, so you're going to have that ugly side of the bow up. You'll want to twist because one of the reasons that you twist is because you are going to be getting a much bigger poof on your bow if you do this twist. Alright, so we go to the 6. Okay, I'm going to put my finger right there where the 6 is. You want to use your non-dominant hand. Okay, twist. See, I'm still at the 6. I can move these. Put my finger there. Just like that. Okay. So use the board as much as you can. And when you start doing this, you will get more confident and you will start to figure out what sizes are. You'll be able to match your loops on top of each other. But until then, pull them aside. Okay, so we'll dovetail that one. Alright, we're going to move it so we can see. Okay, you can also just hold it in the center while you're moving things around so that your bow and your loops won't move. Oh, I'm so glad. Yes, this wreath should be fine to put outside. Alright, let's put one loop of this in. Whoops. So these pegs on the sides are for putting your ribbon in. Okay. So what do you think? You think he'll like his bow? Alright, so we'll do 6 again. So I tend to like to do like about 3 loops the same size, and then I'll go on to another size. I like to keep mine so that I have 2 loops with 1 loop in the middle. I find it much easier to explain and much easier to follow, I think. Yeah, between 16 and 18 inches for the tail. Alright, so now we'll do a couple loops with this. Now, so when I do, so this one already has 2, 4, 5 loops on each side, so 10 loop bow. If I'm going to do beyond that, I will start to move my bow size in. Okay? And what that does is that helps with the fluffing factor as well. So move that. Move these 2 out of the way. Remember, you can change it later. And then I'll do the same thing. I'm going to put my finger at the 5. Twist. See, it's still at the 5. Remember, you can always put your finger here in the middle if things start to move. The reindeer actually was made by one of my cubbies. If y'all don't know what that means a member of my group. because I'm the mama bear and they're the cubbies. Okay, so spread them out. So you can always keep spreading them out so you can see those measurements on your board. Let's end it with this one. I wonder if I have one of these that's not already. Nope. Okay. All right. So again, to the 5. So you see how all of these are the same because I am using my board to tell me where to go. So I'm just doing one loop with that one. The next important factor with your bow is to get it super tight. So nice thick zip ties work really well. And if someone's going to put it on their mailbox, hold on. Hi, Belby. Oh, that's gold. Hold on, we don't want gold. There we go, that's great. Okay. This is called deco rope or deco tinsel. This is the same stuff that is on the work wreaths. You can get this stuff at Craft Outlet, and it's much thicker than just a pipe cleaner. Okay, so if you were going to sell a bow and you were going to ship it off, it works much better if you put it on this. You all need the ribbons I'm using. Okay, so now we're going to take this, I'm going to put it underneath, so I just kind of lift it up, put it under. Alright, just get it started, pull it out. Okay, so you can see everything looks even, you see? Alright, so now I can kind of gently pull them. So you don't want to pull anything strenuously until you get that tightened. One thing that really messes people up a lot, that's the Pro Bow 4-in-1, is moving this. So you see if I don't touch anything, you see how it starts to move my loop with it? Just hold on to it and move it in the back. Alright, so that is one that really will get you. You can still adjust your ribbons before you tighten it. So if you see that like one of your loops is out of line, just straighten it before you tighten it. Okay, so then we'll run this through the back. Okay. And then I can tighten it. See how easy I can get it tight? If you have trouble with your hands, use your pliers. Just push it down. It's really not a bow maker. It's a 4-in-1. Okay. Okay, so twist, twist, and while I'm twisting, I'm kind of fluffing out my fingers. Okay, like that. You see, and I'm working from the back to the front. All right. You can go back and forth, or you can do all one side. But you see how I kind of twist it and then I push my fingers out. I twist it, I push my fingers out. Like that. And then you just run your hands under the tails, and that gets them so they're wired. Make sure you're using wired ribbon. Absolutely have to have wired ribbon. Alright, and then I cut this off. If you're having trouble, make yourself a fluff box. All you need is something that has a little weight to it, and you put a hook in the middle and a nail at the end. Yeah, it's fine if you use pliers. Yeah. Y'all, anything, almost anything can be a bow maker. All you need is 2 pieces in the middle that'll hold your loops with some measurements, okay? So it really doesn't matter which one you use. don't feel like you have to use some specific one. Okay. Alright, so I hope that helped you. Hopefully you can try your bows again. Yeah, fluff and walk away, absolutely. Don't keep fluffing it. Once you have it fluffed and it looks good, leave it alone. So, yeah. Twist, fluff, and walk away. Absolutely. Alright, so hopefully this is going to help you the next time you make a bow. And now I have to walk this down to my neighbor. But not tonight. So if you want some of the ribbon extras, it'll tell you which season it is. So they're kind of like, we have a fall one, we have a Christmas one. We're about to start a spring one. So it'll tell you. And there's pictures of some of the ribbons that would be in it. So thank you. Good night, Charlie and Sophia. All right, y'all. Whoops. That Mevo does not like my hands. Hey, it doesn't matter if you started out that way and it ended up as a regular bow as long as it looks good. All right. Well, I am going to go home and get some rest because I still have 2 more days of masterclass and tomorrow's Carson's birthday. So, you just gotta, listen, you just gotta keep trying. Your bows are gonna get better. My bows didn't start out this way. How much would the wreath sell for? So I would probably list this wreath for about $140 because this reindeer piece. You took notes. Oh, good. So I would probably ship this one. Here's the trick with shipping, okay? Alright, so you can ship these in a 22 by 22 box. Sometimes you can get them in a 20 by 20. I would not do this one in a 20 by 20 because I wouldn't want to damage him. So you could do a 22 by 22. It is okay to have it a little bit tight on the mesh. How much for the bow? Oh, so I sell bows. They're $15 a piece. That's how much my bows are. So I charge $20 for shipping. Yeah. Y'all look, see when I get hot and sweaty, you see how curly my hair gets? I work so hard to get it straight, and then I get hot, and it's like, woo! It does not like to listen to me. It's curly, and I want it to be straight. Do y'all have that? Do you have straight hair and you want curly, or you have curly hair and you want straight? Can you see the wreath again? Yes. So here's what we made tonight. Isn't it cute? Okay, wait, that way. It's always opposite of what I think, so sometimes I have a hard time figuring out which way to put it. Isn't that cute? Do y'all want to see what we made today? This is what we made in the master class today. Isn't it pretty? It's a nutcracker. See our little nutcracker in there? See, it's all rose gold and gold. He turned out so cute. And then you have to see this one. Hold on, let me put him back. We made this one the night before. Isn't he cute? How many of y'all like the leopard print like I do? I love leopard print. Yeah, so it's not too late if you want to get in on the master classes. They don't cost anything. So you can still see these that we made. Right, Belle? She's sleeping and she's ignoring me. All right, y'all. How big does it measure? Which thing? How big does what measure? Thank you. If you're talking about the swag, it's 36 inches long. Yes, I love leopard. I love the leopard. Y'all, I got the leopard ribbon at Carolina Pottery, so I imagine that they have it at Craft Outlet because they had it at Carolina Pottery. Oh, the wreath I made tonight. So it measures 24. These usually measure 24 by 24. Yep, it measures like right around 24 inches and 24 inches this way. Yep. So I buy my ribbon wholesale, and I don't use as much of it as you think I would. That's how. A lot of the ribbons that I use when I'm selling my bows, I will use 50-yard rolls. So 50-yard rolls, if you buy it wholesale, is somewhere around 25 to 30 cents a yard. That's why. So if you want to really be serious about having a business making things like that, then this is about 8 inches tall. Let me see. That's what I think it is. Yep, it's about 8 inches tall. Yep. So you know what you could do? You could get the ribbon from Sam's. It's like what? My recent bows are listed on my Etsy shop. It's just designed by HWM. That's where we list them. But well, it's because I don't really, y'all, I don't need to be a millionaire. I just need to make sure that I can take care of my family. So I'm not going to gouge people on stuff. All right, so go get the Sam's ribbon. You get 50 yards for $7. And per, the class is on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, when you join the Kajabi group, you can, hold on, I'm reading a comment. You can do, you know, a whole bunch of bows with one of those 50-yard rolls. You don't have to have a whole bunch of different ribbons in it either. Okay? All right. So someone asked, hold on, let me go back and get that question. We're decorating Miss Holly on Tuesday. Okay, hold on, I saw a question I wanted to get. Okay, who do you contact to set up a wholesale account? Alright, so if you want a wholesale account, what you have to do is you contact your county and see what the requirement is to get a sales tax license. Some places call it sales tax license, some call it resale. And then you can go and set up an account with Sims Pottery is a good one. Craig Bachman is a good one. Thank you, Patricia. Yep. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to go home and see Holly. Yes, I did name her Holly, Cece. Cece said, I had to name her Holly. There was no other choice. So we're doing her on Tuesday. Yeah. Okay, Kathy. You're not going to have a breakdown if you miss me doing Miss Holly. I promise it'll all be okay. All right, y'all. Well, I hope y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys, well, masterclass people, I will see you tomorrow night, and for the rest of y'all, I will see you guys on Wednesday. So on Wednesday we're going to be doing the snowman kit. And then the live after that will be the lovely painted rail that was painted by one of the designers in my group, Rachel. So this is something we learned how to do in the group. Alright, y'all have a wonderful night. What time on Tuesday? 7 o'clock. So all the master classes are at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Okay? Y'all have a great night, and I will see you.